Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Monday, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand around to the world and the world to New Zealand. I don't know why I said around. I never say around, but it's crazy. It's the week before Christmas, and you know what that means? That's right. A SpaceX capsule has made a delivery to the International Space Station just in time for Christmas. That's what that means. They've used their big robot arm up there, dragged that capsule out of the orbit. It's carrying more than 2,000 kilos of goods, including laboratory mice and barley seeds for space experiments. So that's an unusual combination. That could have gone wrong. If the mice had got into the barley seeds, they might have just had mice and no barley seeds. Anyway, as for Christmas presents on board, according to this story, NASA isn't giving away Santa's secrets, which I find hard to believe that you can secretly put things on a rocket that's going to the International Space Station. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who know what Santa got them. But anyway, they've probably been told. I got a package today in the mail room. Don't know what it is. I do know what it is actually, because I asked for it myself. It's actually the only and see, as much as I like chocolates, people keep giving me chocolates. I'm not allowed to eat them. I've been told I'm not allowed to eat them. So it's annoying with the chocolates, because it is something that I want, but it's something that I can't have. Wouldn't that be a bummer if the space station astronauts have been sent chocolates, but they've all guilting each other into staying on their Christmas diets? Speaking of diets, more than 300 people have contracted a gastrointestinal illness on the world's largest cruise ship. The Independence of the Seas has returned to Florida because, yes, more than 300 people have visited the ship's doctor with similar symptoms. This is all we hear about cruising these days, isn't it? It used to be such a sort of an exotic, a trip of dreams, really. I went on a cruise once and I loved it. And I always wanted to go back, but I just feel like every time we ever hear about cruises these days, people have got the shits and the squits. Which does take the shine off it a little bit, doesn't it? Now, speaking of clean water, see how beautifully one story is segueing into the next today. Nelson City has become the latest area to introduce water restrictions. It must be Christmas. This is in our news, this story. Water restrictions. Now, listen carefully. This is how it's going to work. Odd-numbered houses are only allowed to use sprinklers on odd days, and vice versa for even-numbered houses. I feel like that's unfair because, of course, there are more odd days than there are even days. Especially on a leap year. Yeah, because you've got all the months with 31 days. Are there more of those, or does it work out? Anyway, the thing that I find really confusing about this sort of system is, what about in a cul-de-sac? Sometimes they don't number the houses, odd numbers on one side and even numbers on the other. Sometimes they do it sequentially all the way around, and that would mean that a whole half of the street is not getting watered, or is... head hurts. All I know is that there hasn't been much rain and my lawn is dead, and I like it that way because I don't have to mow it. Finally, congratulations Christchurch on your new park. Suddenly you've got Roora Park, which is located in the heart of the East Frame. I don't know what that means, but people in Christchurch probably will. It's now, as of tomorrow, it will be available for the public to enjoy. It's a 5-block park. There are 14,000 plants, around 300 trees, I don't know who's watering that and whether they have to water bits of it on even days and bits of it on odd days. But not only are there all those plants and trees, there's also a basketball court. And there are, and this is what interests me, table tennis tables. Is that an outdoor thing, the table tennis? I feel like trying to play table tennis outside is a bit like trying to play badminton outside. It seems like it might be fun until there's just the slightest hint of a breeze, and then it all goes completely wrong. Because I can't have anything interfering with my backspin when I play the table tennis. I don't want elemental conditions mucking that up. It's a science as far as I'm concerned. In fact, almost an art, the way I do it. And you'll notice I'm holding my hand like that because I do hold my table tennis bat in a weird way as well. It's you've got to see it to believe it, really. Oh, don't worry, I back myself when it comes to table tennis, but I've never played outside, and I don't think I will. If I happen to be walking past Rotorua Park in Christchurch, maybe I'll give it a bash. I don't have any plans to be in Christchurch for the foreseeable future, but you never know. I am glennzb. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. Yes, that's right, it's getting random. There are only 3 episodes left for 2017. Don't miss them. See you back here again tomorrow. Don't miss them. Seriously.